So this is our sort of sanctuary and collecting of whatever my knickknacks is.
Ito ma'am, ang ganda oh.
As for
Maureen owned a furniture store in Shanghai.
In Shanghai. So nice.
When we decided
Pag pumunta kaya ng China tayo, mga pag-uwi tayo ng...
Kasama niyo ako! Shanghai! Maraming Pilipino doon.
Shanghai.
Oo, maraming Pilipino doon. Kaya lang, yan changes na, pero still,
Yung mga
maraming
kids.
Pilipino doon.
Oh.
I'll show you. This is Simon gave. Simon gave this to me as a gift. My birthday gift. This is what the farm is. To me.
Oh.
That's the farm. This is my farm. That's
Oh.
Arayat, and these are not mine.
Oh, wow. Dapat pala hindi na block ma'am yung from your house, dapat hindi pala nagtarim ng big trees.
Actually, we
We can prune naman, no?
The Arayat. It's a mango eh.
Where did you, Sir Simon, where did you take this photo?
That's ano yung ganon.
our
It's a drone?
Our daughter's partner did a drone video, and so
Ah.
that's basically a screen capture from the drone.
Oh.
And it's only one of the small. I mean, it's one of the name brands. What's the primary drone manufacturer? But it's not a big drone. Eh? It's really small. And when you think about it, the clarity. Eh?
Yeah.
I mean, that is a screen capture of the video on my iPhone. Yeah. And then printed in Photoshop in the Marquee Mall in Clark onto photograph paper. When I asked them to do it, I really thought I wasn't going to get any quality. And then it comes out like it's a Kodak photo, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's as good as the day when we used to have 24 shots in the camera.
Yeah.
You're old enough to remember that. Your children aren't.
Okay, meron po tayong announcement. Pupunta po tayo sa Zamboanga City at Basilan next week. At tayo po ay magkakandak ng meet and greet sa Zamboanga City. Kung sino po yung interested na mag-join sa ating meet and greet, ay pwede nyo po akong i-message sa aking Facebook account, Buddy Gansenya. Mag-message request lang kung kayo. Or sa Facebook account ng Agribusiness, How It Works. Ayan, pwede rin ho kayong mag-text sa 0917-827-7770. Ilagay niyo lang po yung inyong Facebook account at kayo ay aming kukontakin. Alright? Ma'am, yung house mo is Art Gallery. Okay, Art Gallery. Yes, yes.
Ayun, ayun.
Ayun, yung anak niya.
Ang laki ng isda, ganito malaki. Nakikita mo?
Anong isda yun?
I think it's tilapia eh.
That's wild, right?
Anak, yeah.
Wild.
We haven't put anything in there.
Nakikita nyo?
How do you those fingerlings have happened naturally? Is what I'm trying to say. We've never. And where did the fish come from? I mean, that's not connected to the irrigation canal.
Probably there's a flooding. Flooding
It's the
happened.
flooding, right?
Yeah,
But
there's a flooding.
I mean, that's how invasive the tilapia is, eh?
Wow, it's so long.
Yeah, that fish is from the River Nile, apparently. We introduced it.
Yes, yes. It's a red tilapia. It's not the ordinary one.
My brother is actually a marine biologist, and he works for an aid agency in the Pacific called the Pacific Forum, going around the world teaching people how to grow fish. He's now He's not coming, but his staff are coming to the Philippines shortly to do a training program,
Oh, really?
and I'm gonna have to send him this. Because he came here before and he's trying to get me to do a tilapia pond. And the problem is that they dry out, right? So either you got to put in the liner, which then affects the taste of the fish.
How you maintain the water,
It's just natural.
Mom? It's just natural?
From the
It goes up and down.
Really?
In the dry season, it's empty. There's a section down the back that we now dam off where she has her lilies, and we will flood that to maintain the water to keep the lilies alive. But normally, actually about now, it's normally dry by now. So we seem to be wetter later than normal this year.
Ma'am, ito, hindi to ano sa Philippines?
we have that already here. But
Ah.
it's not native to the
It's not native.
So, ito yung sinasabi kong windmill.
Ano yung windmill?
At sa taas niya nakalagay si Maldita. We have the horse from the beginning for the kids. As you know, when they come here, they can ride around and do
Oo.
things.
So nakakatulong din yung horse to maintain the grasses?
Yep. And also, I love their manure for my plants.
Oo.
Before we only have 2, but now we got 6. And at the moment, 3 of them are pregnant again. The male is very active.
Oo.
So,
So natural mating talaga?
they are there. But they're very friendly.
Uh-huh.
Hello, Candy. Huwag lang yung sudden movement kasi sa kanila. But they're very, very, tame.
It's a very good lawnmower. Mows and fertilizes at the same time.
At the same time, yeah.
I also dug here again because what
Oh.
I tended here is like a fish pond, and
Oh.
I have and also I look after yung azola.
Mm-hmm.
Ayan, makapal na. And I mix that with the feeds.
Mm-hmm.
Yung azola. So, with the plants that is, what you call it, can be eaten, and foliage for display and everything, I mix it up. Para, kasi depende naman kasi yung, like, ito. And see one of the cats. Hello! Hello, little one.
Maganda yung landscape mo kasi siya, yung natural siya.
Natural.
Hindi
Hindi siya
yung parang make up
Oo,
na...
diba?
Oo.
Bato. Pick it up the bato and make it so it's natural. Out of the rubbles, I create something instead. And this wall, the murals is done by kids out of school
Oh,
who's trying to earn money
talaga?
during COVID.
Ella, pakita mo. Punta yung mga murals.
So he was here because it's safe naman. Sabi ko, sige, I pay you, make that. So when you go back to school, you got something.
Ella, siguro yan. Maganda yan. Pakita mo yan yung the side na yan.
Tapos here is one of the gulong ng tractor.
Ooh.
Sabi ko, huwag mo nang sinugin,
From the
taniman
halimaw.
ko na lang.
Ito, Ella.
Really good at seeing stuff like that and having a vision of how to use it.
Oo.
I'll see it and I'm like, why are we collecting this garbage? And now I've learned after 30 years that she will have a valid reason. Just wait.
And like in the junkshop, they have dispose of this, right?
Oo.
So I'll get it. I said, I can have that. I'll just put it into an ark. Like, it's not an ark like, normally they're very pretty. This is a reused. Di ba yung sabi na pagbubuhos? Kasi tanggalin ko yung mga, niya.
So that's a guest house?
Oh,
What?
so the house, that was one of the original houses.
Oh.
Yeah. And Maureen tried to make it my office. but I prefer to be in the main house
Main
because
house.
it's cooler.
Yeah.
This one is a little bit too hot. But at least when I worked there, I got exercise. I had to walk there for breakfast and walk backwards and forwards for lunch and breakfast and dinner.
This chain
Mm.
is from one of Simon's boats. clients.
Oh.
So, they will get rid of it now. So I ask it and then I turn it into that.
And when a mango tree falls over, we have to put
You have to use that.
We have to put that chain into service along with the chain block to get the tree back up.
When my fence fell, I said, don't throw it, I'll make it into a sign. Nothing wasted.
So immediately, pag nakita mo yung item, meron ka talaga naisip
yeah.
saan mo gagamitin?
You see the on top?
Oh.
Yung top, the yellow?
Yes.
Where's that from? That's from the flush of the toilet. I painted it.
Oh.
And I said, you can have a light.
Oh my. Oo nga. Ay, maganda to, ma'am.
That is a tropical tree that's very famous in Thailand. Ang sipag niyan magbulaklak. Mabango. The bees would always be there, busy.
Para siyang santa,
Para
hindi mo
siyang siyang
maintindihan.
pero mas mabango. Ang tawag nila tropical, king something eh. Sometimes I don't remember na yun.
Ano to? Sadya to na may bulaklak dito sa taas?
I put it. Pag napupunin,
Pati yung ganyan detalye may ano?
pag nakita ko kasi sayang.
Oh,
I
grabe.
put it there. I pick it up and then
These in China used to be a very common work vehicle.
Aha.
magtitinda.
I've seen guys with vehicles like this transporting food waste from Shanghai City out to pig farms in the outskirts of Shanghai. So these guys are riding a bike like this about 25 kilometers each way
Wow.
to transport food waste to feed to the pigs.
When we moved from China,
We got
we
packed by
didn't
mistake.
know that everything was packed from our house, including this, including rocks.
Including
we actually
rocks.
have 40, how many 40 foot? Two?
240 foot.
And when unpacked it, because it took at least 6 months, I have pebbles wrapped up. And this one, and I said, oh my God, why did they pack the pebbles in the garden? And they are all wrapped up, so it was so heavy. And then this came out too. So this is full of wrapped up paper, and I thought it was something breakable, Talaga, nasa ko, naku, ano ba yung mga tao na yan? Kasi hindi mo sila nabantayan. Tawa ako ng tawa. So that came
Pero ngayon may gamit.
hindi na magamit, din-display ko na lang. So, para hindi ko matapon. Ayan.
Ito sa atin to, traditional
Sa atin,
to.
kalabaw. But we
Kalabaw.
already don't have the kalabaw kasi machinery na ngayon, di ba? So, hindi na siya ginagamit. Sayang. That's a very important wood.
Oo.
Bathtubs. I bought that from the junk shop.
Tingnan lang.
And this is my lily collection.
Oh.
So, I have yellow, pink, and purple there. So, ngayon, hindi ba siya? Pero, tingin ako sa bathtub. Sabi ko, sayang naman. Gawin ko na lang lily, ganyan.
Oh.
Ito mga, naman to, yung display, napalitan na yung ang tawag doon. Ganon?
Ay, yung alulod.
Alulod.
Mm.
So, ayan, tinanim ko naman dyan. Lalo na yung mga aloe vera. I have a lot of aloe veras kasi for, wounds.
Ilan mamang staff mo na nag-maintain nito?
Actually, I don't have a lot of stuff. I actually, sometimes, the two main is two person. But because I'm all hands-on, I wake up at 7, finish at 7 to his horror. And if he's not here, it's only up to 8 o'clock as well. Just doing this. Yung collection na yan. Collection. As I said, rubbles, I collect even from the streets. Some, my son
This is
carried.
from filtering the
Sand.
sand. That's the leftover.
Diba, usually, bibili pa sila.
Mm.
Ako hindi na.
And they're doing the plastering.
also. And this was our kids' gym during COVID. They also made
Two
their,
boys built themselves a gym.
because they can't go to the gym. So as you can see, ayan ang gym nila. Then I use the eggs. Talaga kinukolect ko, hindi tatapon.
But yung eggs, nung araw ginagawa talaga to sa mga, di ba ma'am? Oo.
Talagang nilalagay yan. Pero ako, I go the other extremes. I paint them.
Oo.
That is made of
Coke bottles.
Coke bottles.
Coke bottles? Oh. Ang galing. Tapos pinaint kaya hindi mukhang ano. Tingnan mo Ella dun sa likod para makita nila na bottle. Ito naman.
It's my wishing well. I also put azola on it. Dito ka. What? So I mean, how do you okay. Nakita mo yan? I sent to my son in Hong Kong. This is Star Wars and ano ba yun? Star Trek favorite. I told him I'll stick to gardening. Look at my Darth Vader.
So when you started developing the garden, walang particular concept, walang particular plan.
As I walk in the morning, I get up and then I see something. I said, "Oh, I use this."
Gusto ko to.
Okay.
Paano di pwedeng, ayaw ko na, tanggal ulit.
No, usually it stays. But what usually happens is I change. You know, but mostly just, okay, this is a waste, I put it there. As it is, sabi ko nga, I don't build anything permanent.
Gulong.
Yeah.
Tingnan mo, Ella. This is siyang gubat.
Yes.
You're using this
Yes, for tea.
for tea. Actually, masarap siya, ma'am. Yung, di ba, pag you boil it, tapos lagyan mo ng
Yung
ibaf.
iba?
Milk.
Ako yung ano ba yun, yung ginger, ano ba yun?
Ginger.
Yung,
Parang salabat.
oo, salabat naman.
Masarap siya, parang siyang milk tea.
Parang chai.
Ganun.
I tried that. I haven't tried that, yeah.
And you have native guavas, oh?
Yes. I keep that. Kasi yan din yung pag nakakalimutan ko mag-breakfast.
Oo.
Yan ang kain ko along the way. This, I tried using this as my nursery.
Okay.
And dito din ako nag-ano. I need to change some of this one, I mix plant. If I eat pineapple, I plant it. And it had fruited already. And then I have the ginger. And then, and some of these are native trees na kinokolect ko. I've yet to name them although. But
I have this one.
Yeah.
Meron ako nito.
Oo. Diba? So, kasi ang hirap maghanap eh. Native trees. And then ito rin, nawawala na.
Yeah.
Tsaka kanya.
Ito ba yung ano?
Ito ay, ano ba yun, yung breadfruit? Ano ba sa Tagalog yung breadfruit?
Yung sa Ilocano, pakak?
Oh, sarap niyan sa pata, ginataan. Yan.
Sa KBL.
Malunggay, yan. But hindi na mo kita sa palengke eh. Tapos kung meron man, napakamahal.
Oo.
So, yan, rows of, may mga seedling na ako kinant dyan. So, dito namin kinukuha yung pagkain namin, aside from the others. And then this, yung mga plants ko, they multiply for me for production. So, yeah, it's a lot of work, but I enjoy it. Yun nga lang ang problema, I forgot the time. Nakakalimutan ko yung ginagawa ko. Mamayang gabi na, sasabihin sa akin, Mom, lunch na. Wala, alauna na. Kaya pa sabi ko, sige, kakain na ako. Pag naman sa gabi, Ma'am, 6:00 na. Ang sarap mag-dilig ng gabi. At 7, it's so nice. Especially when the moon is up. So, nagdidilig pa ako niyan. I still enjoy that. And really, doon ko kasi rin nalalaman kung anong status ng mga halaman ko. Simon will be looking for me. And of course, I'll be hiding sometimes. He'll be yelling. I'll hear him, but yeah.
Mga tanglad.
Tanglad.
The mahogany is my pension.
Aha.
He said
We'll
it's
log
his
it one
friend.
tree at a time.
Yeah, marami
Start a furniture shop
Furniture shop.
when I'm 80.
But he said he didn't start with a boat here, that's still not coming out.
It's called Simon's Folly.
You're building a boat?
Well, I started it. I'm not building it.
We're going to use this. You have to dig a lagoon.
No, I'll take it to. It's a cunning plan,
Oh.
but it is a lot of work. And although I've run boat factories and I've been the manager, when you actually get on the tools yourself doing it, then you finally realize actually how much is involved.
Yes.
And then I got busy doing real work, so I have an excuse. I'm busy working. Basically, I started it when I didn't have a lot of work happening, so it was something to keep me occupied. And then, not long after I started it, I got busy. And maybe one day I'll go back to it.
So this is how long the project is ongoing?
I haven't worked on it for quite a few months, let's just say that. The idea was that you could produce different size vessels of the same product, but I need a boat for myself, and one day I will finish it. My father built boats.
Oh.
I always said I'd never start another boat now that my father's no longer alive, because he's not here to help me finish it. Because I built 2 boats previously, and both times he helped me finish them. It's that life is beautiful, right? Life is God-given.
Ala. Ito yung pangalan ng farm nila, ma'am. Maldita.
Saying we're going to have a minion field.
So the house was built how many years ago?
Around 2006.
2006.
But the good thing about that house is that Maureen's uncle was the contractor that built it. That in itself wasn't necessarily good. But he had built the Marikina wet market. And his foreman had made a mistake on the material planning. And he had a lot of 6-inch galvanized steel pipes. So the basic frame of the house is galvanized steel pipes. And originally he finished it with sawali, and basically the termites ate it all up, right? So we had to basically rebuild it. So we recently relocated all of these birds from the other end of the property, which is basically where our farmhands were living. And amazingly, we now have a lot of eggs and we have a lot of chicks, and the population is growing really quickly.
Ma'am, what kind of banana is this?
It's lakatan.
Lakatan?
And saba.
And saba.
Saba. Sabi, mabilis lang
Dumami.
suckling and everything. So I keep them here. So some of the din ng mga horse nilalagay ko dyan. Para to increase the and also to make the...
Whoever tried this morning did a good job.
Compared to other farms, talaga sobra developed to. Maganda talaga to.
But buddy, keep in mind, I don't use people. I mostly me lang.
Oo.
And hands-on. The reason is very hard to delegate because it's in my mind.
Yes.
And also, as soon as I get hold of something, alam ko na ako sa
Dapat lagay na.
Ako na maglalagay niyan. Ang pinaka-main thing na lang sa mga staff namin is the cleaning and the watering and everything. Like, may pinagawa ako, kaya naggawa yung mga tao. Immediately, tabi mo yan. Gagawin ko yung arrange ko yan.
Ito na yung mountain.
Ayan yung Mount Arayat.
You have to build another house in this area.
House. Yung natatandaan mo yung may doon sa flower garden, di ba? May taas na may square na ganon. Ganon na
Yeah.
Para dun ka picture. Oo, yun. I wanna mag-build. My God, the maintenance. Same story doon.
Pero tingnan mo, it's so perfect kasi there's no structures
Oo.
doon sa area.
I wanted to buy that nga eh. Kung ano,
That
but it's
one.
not available eh.
Wow. Ito po ay swamp? Is that a
That's,
swamp?
ano din, palayan din.
Palayan yan.
Kasi umulan eh.
Oh.
Umulan kaya nagkaganyan siya. And that pouring last night, ang dami. Which is very good. We're happy pagka nag-rain. Kaya lang to kasi, ang problema niya, they're high and low.
Oo.
So pag masyadong high, hindi ka naman maka-irrigate. Pag masyadong namang low, hindi ka mapagpalabas ng tubig. Kaya yan siya, nalunod.
Medyo swampy siya talaga. Yan ang best to convert it into a fish pond.
Pagka pala may mga tambak na kahoy na ganyan, tsaka may mga grassy. That's how you attract fireflies.
Oh. So may flies dito sa gabi.
Kasi niswerte akong isa, dalawa, then slowly dadami daw. Yun daw kasi ang kailangan. Tuwang-tuwa ako pag nakakaisa ako. Kahit isa lang, no? So ayan, kitang-kita mo na yung windmill. Yan yung hacienda maldita dyan.
Sinekreto mo sa pag-build.
Lumalapit yan kasi kala niya papadadein mo na.
Mga bamboo trees na to, natural to.
Yes, this I planted them, but ito ang tinik.
Ay, ito yung
Ito ang
tinik.
tinik. I was, uso ngayon is giant bamboo
Giant bamboo.
because of its usefulness and easy to propagate. Tsaka marami talaga siyang usage. So I actually collect also different kinds of bamboo. So meron akong pink, meron akong
Yellow, black.
Yellow. Nakakatuwa kasi. And there,
Ito yung talagang atin, the tinik.
matigas yan. So ito, this is part of our rice field. Because this is on a higher part, it's hard to irrigate. So yung tubig na galing sa natural irrigation, hindi nakakaakyat dito. So nahirapan kami. We have to use the pump. But sometimes on dry season, kahit na ganun, hindi pa yun. So I converted na lang into vegetable. But then kasi magpa-flood pa rin, nilagyan ko ng mga use na ng corrugated iron.
Parang
Keep the
naka-raised
plant.
raised bed na siya.
Para pag umuulan, okay
Ang
pa
daming
rin
goats. So native lahat po ito?
they already high.
Mestizo na.
Yeah. Oo. Pag malalahaba yung tenga. Tapos na kayong kumain, no?
Wow.
Tapos na kayong kumain, no? Kaya uwi na kayo.
Ito rice field din to?
Yan rice field namin. Part. Because before, the rice field is up to here.
Oo.
Yung butik na kinukuha namin sa itlog maalat, is galing sa bahay ng anay.
Oo, yung ganun.
Oo, para kasi it's thick. Talagang siya. Pag nandito ka kasi sa rice field, yun ang marami. Anay.
Oh.
Kaya sige, the demolition na ngayon. Yung mga bahay nyo. Total, wala kayong renta.
Ito yung mga Madre de Agua
Madre de Agua na.
for the goats.
Yung paborito. But before, I also feed that to the
Baboy.
merienda nila ng lunchtime. Dami kong exercise sa umaga, pagod ka na. Every morning, I pass by here 10 times. Kaya galit si sir. Kasi sabi niya, umaga pa lang naka 10K ka na.
Oo.
So pag maghapon, 100K na ako.
Wow.
Kasi I need to check what they're doing. And I love feeding the pigs.
Ilang staff ang nakatira dito sa farm? Families to?
Actually, the original lang nandyan lang ngayon. Apat lang.
Family sila?
Oo, mag-asawa.
Dalawang anak?
Pamangkin, oo. It's hard to keep a lot.
Oo.
It's the main thing. Alam mo, mahirap mag-alaga ng tao kaysa hayop.
Actually, yan ang
Nakikisama.
sad reality.
But I don't understand. Kasi ayun yung maitik namin, no?
Oo.
They prefer na, so here I keep the Because there's the irrigation.
Oo.
So for us, I just opened the, dyan, lalabas na sila dyan. They eat a lot, di ba? And then, pag hindi ko nga ginagamit tong field ko, then they eat there. So it's combined. I don't have to feed them a lot. And they give me eggs. So I also have here the banana. As much as possible, and I have empty, banana and calamansi.
Oo.
Ang nilalagay ko. Because there's not a lot of maintenance. Not unless the-attack ng kambing. Kasi, yan. This house, later on, kasi ito yung figure sa Dubai. This part, I will convert it into a orchid place. And that on top would be a viewing deck to Mount Arayat, which is very, very good. But dahil na-attack din niya ng bagyo, kaya ganyan. Binagyo siya na tuklap. So, okay, when I renovate it, I'll do that. Yan. And all the ways before ng feed, I give here. Kaya tumaas na yan. Tsaka ang taba ng mga saging.
Oo.
Yung mga bunga niya.
Ganda.
Ang bilis lang, ang taba niya kasi ng lupa. Kaya iinggit ako dito minsan sa lupa niya. Madre agua plant all the time. Taba din niya kasi.
Malamig dito
Because of the trees.
because of the trees.
Because of the trees. The trees, it makes a difference. It keeps pati yung shade niya, di ba? Pero yung iba hindi na naintindihan. They always kalbo. But you will notice where our property is. Kami lang yung may mga acacia. Yung opposite na yan with a very green rice. So, sa akin pa rin yan.
This one?
Oh, yung maliit lang, yung maliit, hindi buo.
Okay.
So, tapos ito, may pupunta dito, sasabihin nila, ma'am, pwede po bang bilhin yung acacia niyo? Sabi ko, bakit? Tapos, kanino po ba to? Sabi ko sa akin, bibilin ko na, bakit? Gagawing uling.
Oh my.
And that fallen
Century,
one,
that's century 3.
they wanna buy it for 14K. I said, what will I do with your 14K? This is 100 years old tree. Sabi ko gano'n, matagal na. Sabi niya, ma'am, nakabara sa, ano nakabara? Sa ilalim naman yung tubig. Sabi ko, hindi, I'm keeping it. Nagalit siya sa akin. Yan. Kasi pagka mayroon pa sa akin, pag kalbo na, wala. Kinakalbo nila eh. Sayang. It tells history, di ba? Kaya yan. Walang upa yan, ha?
Ito yung
Tatanggalin ka yan, walang upa.
ito yung gagawin mong para sa salted egg.
Hindi lang umuupa eh. O kung may upa yan, okay lang sa akin eh. Tingnan mo, di ba? Gagawin ko pa nga dati ito ng tree house eh. This mahogany, they're planted all together, but you can see have different development. Just like tao, no? May sungki.
May fast growing, may slow growing.
And this is what I like here kasi we are far but we are near. You know, accessible pa naman pero hindi pa sa accessible.
But dito ka nag-decide mag-build? Ba't hindi doon sa near the town or
Because of the noise.
the noise?
The noise tsaka yung crowded place, diba? Ito talaga we come here for quiet time. We don't have TV here. But now because of the internet, it's accessible. But the children before, our kids, they have nothing to do but run around here. They will row on the boat sa moat. They go up trees. They chase the dog. They ride the horse. We have no techie stuff before. That's why they grew up to be into sports and kasi yun ang ginagawa. They are very outdoors and yung mga bata ngayon hindi na balance eh. They said, oh, I can do that. I can do ski, mom. Yung pala, ski sa TV lang. Eh, talagang sila, well versed. These gates are from the junkshop.
Oh. Sige, maghanap din ako ng gagawin kong gate sa junk shop.
Junk shop lang ito.
No?
Pero yan, junk shop. Yung mga tinitimbang-timbang. Kasi sabi ko, it will take time to build. Tapos mga junk shop eh. Junkshop natin.
Oh, ang dami.
Tamis yan.
Pwede ba tayong kumain?
Oo. Kaya nga hindi ko pinatanggal. Bukas ba to, Ann? Matamis yan.
Wow.
Dali. Ayan o.
Kuha tayo.
Ayan o, may mababa dyan pa.
Oo.
Ayun.
Ito, may mababa rito. So, pwede na to kainin.
Oo.
Saan? Gusto mo, Sofia? Masarap
Matamis
to.
yan. Hindi kagaya sa atin na maasim.
Oh, ripe na siya.
Biniblended yan sa juice.
My father used to make a drink out of it.
Drink.
Put it in the blender.
Yeah.
It's very bitter.
No?
Must be good for you. Well, the ones when we lived in Fiji.
No,
it was
it's
very
sweet.
bitter.
It's from Thai, the Thai variety.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
Ang pagkain nito, you have to slice it pag
For
ganito.
salad. Oo. But
Para it
usually
will
just like it.
appear as yung
Star.
star. Pag ganun.
Our kid just climbs it and just eat it. Also, wala naman kaming sweet, di ba?
Kailangan mo tanggalin yun. Tamis.
Tamis, di ba?
Tamis.
Really?
Yeah, it's sweet. The ones you're saying is the green one.
It's not the same as the Fijian one.
This is Thailand variety.
Ang tamis siya. Gusto mo?
It's almost like an apple, eh? Or, pear.
Gusto mo?
Oo.
I might start eating.
Yung sobrang yellow.
After my father used to force us to drink it when we were kids, I never wanted to try it.
If
Now
it's
you know.
overripe, it tastes like a wine.
Yeah? It's really different from what I ate as a kid. Oh well, we learn something new every day.
Yeah.
The day we stop learning.
Tanggalin mo to.
it'll be-
Matigas kasi.
Thank you po. Right.
This will be quite good with tandoori rum.
It's good for salad. I bring it to USC because one of the senior teacher there loves to make it into a shake. She said it's good for the diabetes or something. Ma'am Evelyn. So I'm keeping it to bring it to her. Ang dami nang nahulog niyan eh.
Sarap. Ayaw mo?
And this is also even from the junk shop too. And what's so bad is every time I buy, it's almost measured to the where I'm gonna use it.
Maureen has seventh sense. She can look at something and she go, that will fit in that space. Normally down to the millimeter.
Ito naman. Yeah. Anyway, this is
Basically, this, as you're saying, it's kind of a
this is
guess.
junk shop
Guess
material.
The site is where Maureen's mother originally
You know, gawa na yan. Papalitan ko na lang yung mga ibabaw, no? We made this into our office kasi during the pandemic.
Ah, ang ganda ng ano dito, mountain.
Di ba? Junk shop. Obvious ba?
This one?
all of them.
Junk shop.
Get an idea. Yung gagawin nating fence doon sa gate, sa farm. We'd rather, source it sa junk shop.
Yeah. Maraming materials na pwedeng gamitin eh. You have, kagaya ito, niplatong ko
It's
na.
only recently we've started to fabricate farm gates because we've put quite a lot of fences up in the last year.
No, but that's a different one.
A large percentage of them are stuff that she bought in the
Junk shop.
junk shop.
pag hindi mo nakikita, sabi ko nga, that's all mine. In my dreams. Ang sunset dyan is amazing. Amazing. Pagka lahat yan naka-green.
We tried to do a dry season crop in here, and we put in a deep well. So in the middle there's a really deep well. And we were spending nearly 500 pesos a day to pump water.
500 pesos.
Yeah, and the part of the problem is that because everybody around you is not working, the water's just basically disappearing.
Yeah.
You know, you're almost wasting your water, and you know it kind of is counterintuitive because you can normally keep the water in the field, but when we got down to that volume of water that we needed, it was, I mean, even our irrigation canal, how does it go up and down? Say the canal around the house, it goes up and down depending on the quantity of water in the irrigation canal.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So in theory, it's not connected.
So below the ground.
Below the ground, the water
It must
is
be wet.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely moving.
Sabi ko, ang daddy siguro kung saan kinakaladkad. Sabi ko, ano naman lagay mo sa architecture mo, lagi nga buntut si daddy. Buti na lang, may ano pala relation, trees daw. Tree, ano ba yun? Flores trees. So at least merong ano. Alam mo, merong Flores de Mayo ang UST. Meron kami event. Kasi sa alumni ako eh. So this May, we have the Santa Cruzan, which we always do that. Kasi every year. This is the first second after the pandemic. Na may face-to-face kami. May Santa Cruzan. Sa loob ng UST. So yun yung lagi yung ginagawa. So yung mga nagsasantukusan, mga alumni, mga ano. But it's our way of, kasi UST has a lot of, meron kami mga sinusuportahan ng mga ano ba yun? Scholarship. So, nagpa-fundraising kami through events. So, yan, isa yan sa ano namin. Diyan naming mga magkano dyan, Maria.
Pwede po mag-volunteer.
Kasali tulong ka, oo. We welcome volunteer talaga. So, I'll tell them, yes,
Oh, you're recruiting, are you?
malapit ba kayo sa US?
Malapit lang.
Yes.
Don't ever tell Maureen you graduated from UST.
No, it's fun just to support and see, di ba? Parang babalik ka sa alma mater mo. And it's just also your way of saying thank you kahit na ano, it's good. Santa Cruzan is one of the big events. Kasi I also have the other event, fashion show naman. So I invite yung mga interior, the mga ma-designer clothes. Before I had featured Edgar San Diego, ang kanyang mga Filipiniana naman ng fashion show namin.
Si Ayn naman.
Sa seafood.
Oh, seafood siya. Edgar San Diego is quite well known. Then, inimbitaan ko si Joda Tuin as sa mga ano ko, nagrampa.
There's actually a very serious benefit. There's some really good people. Really good people.
Kasi si Isidro, di ba, national artist na si Isidro.
Maureen, your horse is eating your coconut tree.
It's okay. But, yung some of our national artists, na namin, feature na namin sa fashion show, tsaka ano. Good, ayan, meron na akong recruit bago.
Kahit po mag-florist.
Oo, sige. So it's peaceful. One of the priorities
peaceful.
is peaceful. It's what do you think from all your experiences?
Ako ang mag-share.
Na-pressure
ako bigla.
Kasi ikaw yung travel, di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi
these
are all from my
how do we ultimately commercialize this?
I don't want a commercial.
We want something though. At some point we need to be able to generate an income from it.
That's so much an income. I think maybe
I featured somebody in Talisay. It's overlooking the mount, the Taal Lake and Taal Volcano. The garden is so beautiful, really. Meticulously managed, manicured. It's a Bali-inspired. It's just like a resort.
I don't like that.
She is thinking how to monetize, but she doesn't want to entertain people to
Yeah. Same
Yeah, we have
thing.
the same-
yeah,
we have the same struggle.
that's her dilemma. So paano kikita kung ayaw niyang not a single lives will be touched by the guests.
Para kagaya sa nungnuk, di ba? Kaya may mga pathway, may mga para hindi mamimitas yung mga tao ng halaman. That's why the nursery is far from the tourist area.
Well, you take
There's
advantage
only landscape where you can admire.
Yes.
But you cannot pick.
The nursery, you cannot go to the nursery.
But he's
can't
actually
even
quite
buy.
clever because of the elevated pathways, right?
yeah.
Which you picked up on.
But,
The elevated pathways take you away from the plants.
but even the pathway and everything, you can't really pick the plant because in such a way that it was landscape
There's a distance.
far away.
Yes,
yeah? And then when there's in the inner with the fern, it's also you cannot pick because it's so enclosed. You are seen immediately picking. But mostly for me, from my point of view, is I want it to be more of a educational.
Educational.
Really, in such a way, because what is our expense here eventually? It's only gonna be just maintenance, and in fact, we don't even have a lot of people because we work it. So it's not about sustaining it or whatever, but it's mostly I want to impart the simplicity
Mine wants
and
to
basic
share.
to share. From the just the kids to start to appreciate it, and then maybe from it they can learn, right?
What
As
I'd
they
actually
grow.
quite like to do after that trip to Thailand, I'd like to turn that field into a forest.
Into
A forest.
forest
Filipino
species.
species. So it's a living museum, as they discussed in Thailand, right? It would only take 10 years.
To make a forest.
It'd be a forest.
Mm.
And then you could even put maybe...
I can recommend somebody. I featured it. There's a university in Lokban. They call it Southern Luzon State University. They have a nursery for Philippine indigenous trees,
Look back.
and it's so cheap.
Oh, we have. To
Yeah,
go
it's so
there.
cheap because
Like a road trip coming up.
it's not really for commercial purposes, but to augment their operation so that they can sustain the operations. It's not really for commercial.
Where is it?
Southern Luzon State University. I'll give you his number.
I'll go there. I'll go there. That's
They have a lot of
What Maureen does now is that we'll go somewhere that's got natural trees, and then she'll be searching the ground for the seeds and stuff like that. And she'll come home and try to germinate it. And some have been quite successful. To me, it would be so cool to have these real native trees, and some of them are quite rare and stuff like that. And people can come and look at them. And then I can see an opportunity where you can arrange a school trip.
yeah.
Yeah.
Your place is ready for it's not for kung ayaw nyo nga nang mag-entertain ng marami, so it's just for booking, but the farm itself is ready to accommodate guests. Yeah. Sobrang ganda na to, ma'am. Maganda na to, oo. Di ba? Iba yung appeal niya.
it's as I said, it's like it just flows. I put there. It's my garden is a poetry in motion.
Yeah, I think
I
ma'am, ang mga guests mo dito yung mga artists, mga students na artists, ganyan. I think that's your market.
Yeah, I prefer the ones that actually appreciate it in the terms of the deeper meaning rather than the Instagram people. I want them to ask a question: why is it here, and what is it here, and what is this, and what's the purpose? Because mixed with them is our herbal. I have this is good for headache. This is good for your skin. Don't buy any more cosmetic. Use the aloe.
Pero for me, ang biggest attraction dito sa farm mo, yung pag pumupunta ka, when you're on the way, ang feeling mo,
what's this? You're lost.
di ba? Then all of a sudden, wow, there's
something. Meron
there's
pala
something.
nakatago.
And maganda yung mahabang road na it's just
green.
green
The farm,
rice
yeah,
fields.
yeah.
One of my friends came here a couple of years ago, and I gave him the same maps that I gave you. But he used Google Earth. And Google Earth brought him down this road over here. And at that time, it was, it hadn't been graded for a while.
Uh-huh.
I mean, even in a 4x4, you'd be thinking really hard about it, right? And he arrives here and he comes in and we're talking and all that, and he goes, and then he starts talking about the drive in, and then I'm kind of, which way did you come? Wow, I'm surprised you made it.
Gusto ko pala makahanap ng curator. Alam mo, to curate the plants, curate the names of the plant. That's one of my project pa. Because then you find out what it is. Like that, tinanong mo. Minsan kasi nakakalimutan, this is what.
Yeah.
This is what. And what is it good for? What is ganyan. So, yun ang hinahanap ko, curator. Kaya pag nagano ko, sino ba yung gusto mag-part-time? Diba? Oh, yun.
Yeah, she needs a student that needs
Agriculture.
a project.
Agriculture majors in ornamental plants. Meron sa UP Los Baños.
Pero baka,
Majors like,
ano.
no, for practicum probably, ma'am.
Okay. Sige, refer mo
Mag-practicum
naman
sila.
ako, ha?
Sige po.
Refer mo ako.
Oo, kay
Para
Dean,
I
kay
love that.
Chancellor Santiago.
Oo.
Sila magpadala dito
Oo,
ng
oo.
students nila.
Could actually be quite a good
I'll expense,
thesis type project. But I mean, it's up to the school, right? But you would think.
To curate.
Yeah.
And then,
Nung na-feature ko sila, doon ko lang nalaman na there's an agriculture course major in ornamental plants.
wow. That's it. Ngayon ko lang din
Warren's been doing that course.
I do it in the identify it, yung picture sa
Yeah.
ito pala, tuntua ako, tapos picturean ko na naman yan. Sabi, ito pala, meron ako yan, very rare. Di ba, yung mga ganun halaman yan. Ang dami kasi yung mga iba nakakalimutan na, like, kaimito, before, kaimito, kamyas,
Oo,
urbano,
sobrang
it's
dami.
all in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Right? And you can putas it, and malunggay.
Even itong star,
Oo, yung,
itong balimbing.
Balimbing. They
Wala
don't
na ka nang
know
makikita
it.
niyan.
Oo. Siguro sayang, sa hindi nyo alam yan, yan ang marami at
Remember
common
the
sa
days as a
atin.
child and you're stealing people's guava?
Guava. Wala na sila. So they miss a lot. Aratilis.
Oo.
Yan, I have aratilis.
Pero yung guwabo mo mang ano yan mahira na makita yan yung native na small. Is it the pink one na small?
May white at saka pink.
Yeah, it's rare. Now it's rare. You cannot easily find that.
Pag umulan, ang
It's
dami.
fundamentally a weed. It's a
Guava.
weed.
Mm.
I mean, when I was living in Fiji, they were growing as weeds.
We have that in all the neighborhood before. Santan. Yeah.
Santan.
We suck the flowers before.
The santan.
Diba? We suck it.
Mm-mm.
Ayan. And then we have the tuba-tuba. We make it for our curlers. Pangkulot and also the
mother-
kasaba.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
No, it was before. But then everything now is so cool. And the gumamela, we make it into
Yung
yung
bubbles. The gumamela.
Oo, gumamela. And also we use that for our
This is
Ano ba yung
before they
bulutong?
invented the smartphone. People
Ay,
didn't have
talaga?
entertainment.
ano ba yun? Yung when we have the boils, di ba? Pag may boils, pisain mo yung bulaklak, ilalagay mo sa boil mo para madali siyang mapisa. Pigsa!
Pigsa. Oo,
There,
talaga.
oo. Yan ang gamot sa pigsa.
Guava was used for that. Guava
But
was
before we have
Guava for cleansing, washing the wounds.
you boil it,
Yep.
right?
And also for the pregnant, after pregnancy, that's all yung mga natural. Tuba-tuba, yung mga yan, wala na. Yan ang mga, meron ako, inaano ko. Go to the main house.
Okay.
So, di ba ang gandang tingnan? Pag nag-gold yan, ay, ang ganda niyan pag naging gold na.
Yung gold at saka yung mga amount na after transplanting, yung super green.
Tapos the wind will wash it like
Mm-mm.
Parang nasa parang.
Saka early in the morning may ano siya, may
Hamo.
may
May
amoy grass
Jasmine.
na. Yeah.
Careful yung boat niyan.
Ah.
I organized the construction of 10 of these in China in 2001. That's kind of what got me established as a marine surveyor.
Wow.
That's my industry.
It's a lucrative industry.
It's better than growing rice. You know, it's this is a cynical take on it, but basically it's redistribution of wealth. You know, all of our clients are rich people that it's their toy, so it's a big boy's toy. There's an industry for it. These solar lights are quite a game changer. I mean, all the small guys are out now. We'll have these as lights up.
And it's cheaper.
It's cheap.
Cheap.
My incubator.
I mean, you want to put the light undercover. They're not as waterproof.
Oh, DIY.
Yes. Halo-halo yan.
Wow.
It works.
It works. Ganda, oh.
I do really like that Filipino lamp, the living room that extends into the living room.
Yes,
That's
yes.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, climatically, it's the right thing to do as well.
Available na po ang Agribusiness merch sa Shopee. Ang link nasa description box. Mamalengke online sa onlinepalengke.com. Your original, trustworthy online palengke. Thank you sa mga donors sa aming Give a Grocery to Farm Workers project. For donations, contact us. Pwede rin sa YouTube Thanks. Just click the Thanks button. Agribusiness, how it works. Instruct, inspire, succeed.